The diamond ring sliced her lip open before she could even blink. Blood splattered across the luxury department store floor in Gangnam. A vicious racial slur rang out loud enough for everyone to hear, and the woman who did it, she smirked like she'd just disciplined a child. She had no idea the black nurse bleeding at her feet, Maya Chen, was engaged to Kang Ji-woo, Seoul's hidden underground king. On paper, a polished import-export tycoon. In reality, the man who makes problems vanish. Politicians beg him, billionaires fear him, and his one unbreakable rule: never touch what's mine. That slap just shattered his rule. In minutes, his team would tear through her perfect life, exposing 7 other black and brown women she'd attacked, humiliated, and buried with cash and connections. In hours, her reputation, her marriage, her entire world would burn. But the craziest part? Maya had no clue who her sweet, coffee-bringing fiancé really was. She thought he was just kind, successful, safe. She was wrong. This isn't a simple revenge tale. It's what happens when racism slams into real power, when privilege gets a brutal reality check, when the quiet black woman everyone underestimated finally gets justice, delivered by the man who would destroy empires for her. If you're obsessed with Korean mafia bosses protecting their queens and racists getting wrecked, hit like and subscribe button right now and let's get into it. Stick around for the full 30 minutes, because at the 15-minute mark, the twist hits hard and flips everything. You won't see it coming. Let's dive in. Who is Maya Chen? Before we get to the blood and the chaos, you need to understand who Maya Chen really is. Because this woman, she's no victim. She's a survivor who became a warrior without even knowing it. Maya Chen, 29 years old, born in Houston, Texas, to a Jamaican mother and Chinese-American father, grew up in a neighborhood where she was too black for the Asian kids, too Asian for the black kids. You know that feeling of never quite fitting anywhere? That shaped her, made her tough, made her excellent. She graduated top of her nursing class from UT Austin, worked 2 years in Houston's trauma center, one of the deadliest ERs in America. Gunshot wounds, stabbings, overdoses. She saw things that would break most people. But Maya, she thrived in chaos. When Seoul National Hospital recruited her with a salary 3 times what she made in Houston, she didn't hesitate. New country, new language, new life. She thought, how hard could it be? Spoiler alert, it was hard. 8 months in Seoul, 8 months of hell disguised as professionalism. The microaggressions were constant. "Wow, your Korean is so good," said with surprise every single time. Patients requesting different nurses when they saw her face. Colleagues speaking about her in Korean, assuming she couldn't understand. Dr. Park was the worst, senior attending physician who treated her like she was playing dress-up in Scrubs, would explain basic procedures to her in slow English, like she hadn't spent 2 years running a level 1 trauma center. But Maya kept her head down, smiled through it, proved herself with every code blue, every critical save. Because that's what you do when you're the only one who looks like you. You have to be twice as good to be considered half as competent. Her only refuge was the small cafe 3 blocks from the hospital. That's where she met him. Kang Ji-woo walked into Maya's life on a random Tuesday morning 6 months ago. She was sitting in that cafe, exhausted after a 12-hour shift, still in her scrubs, hair in a messy bun. He sat down at the table next to her, immaculate in a charcoal suit that probably cost more than her monthly rent, opened his laptop, ordered an Americano in a voice that was somehow both commanding and gentle. Maya wasn't looking for love, wasn't looking for anything except caffeine and silence. Then he dropped his phone. It clattered under her table. "I'm so sorry," he said in perfect English, crouching down to retrieve it. His eyes met hers. Dark, intense, but warm. So warm. "No problem," Maya replied in Korean, just to see his reaction. He smiled, genuinely smiled, not the polite Korean smile she usually got, a real one. "You speak Korean," he said, staying crouched, making himself smaller, less intimidating. "I work at Seoul National," she gestured to her scrubs. "Kind of necessary." "Trauma? I see you. That must be—" he paused, choosing words carefully. "Heavy. Not impressive, not wow, just acknowledgement, understanding." They talked for 20 minutes. He asked about her work with genuine curiosity, didn't fetishize her mixed background, didn't ask invasive questions, just talked to her like she was a person. Before he left, he handed her his business card. Kang Ji-woo, Import-Export. Maya Chen, Professional Lifesaver, she grinned. He left. Would the professional lifesaver want to have dinner with me? She should have said no, should have been more careful, but something about him felt safe. "Friday," she said, "but I picked the place." "Deal." That Friday became every Friday, then Wednesdays, then random Tuesday lunches. Ji-woo was attentive without being sophisticating, wealthy without being flashy, powerful without being intimidating. He learned about her favorite foods and recreated them, watched YouTube videos to make Jamaican brown stew chicken, practiced until he got it right, learned the names of every staff member at the hospital so he could ask about them, showed up with coffee during her night shifts, never expecting to stay, just wanting to make sure she had what she needed. 3 months in, he told her he loved her, not in some grand gesture, just whispered it while they were watching terrible Korean game shows on his couch, her head on his shoulder. 6 months in, he proposed. Private dinner on his penthouse balcony, the Han River glittering. The end was stunning. Princess-cut diamond, platinum band. But it was his words that made her cry. "I've built a lot of things in my life, Maya. Made a lot of money, created a lot of success. But none of it mattered until I met you. You make me want to build something real, something that matters. Will you build a life with me?" She said yes without hesitation. Because here's what Maya knew about Kang Ji-woo. He was wealthy, obviously. The penthouse, the driver, the business trips to Hong Kong and Singapore. But she assumed he was just a very successful businessman, upper class by Korean standards. She had absolutely no idea who he really was. Let me tell you who Kang Ji-woo actually is, because this isn't some K-drama fantasy. This is real, documented, dangerous. Kang Ji-woo's family has controlled portions of Seoul's underground economy for 3 generations, not through violence, through strategy. His grandfather started with real estate during the Korean War reconstruction, bought land nobody wanted, held it until it became valuable. His father expanded into entertainment, lending, connections. Ji-woo took it to another level entirely. On paper, he runs a legitimate import-export business, luxury goods, electronics, high-end materials, everything legal, everything clean. But underneath, he owns pieces of 17 nightclubs where chaebol children party away daddy's money. He has shares in luxury hotels where billion-won deals get negotiated. He provides consulting services that really mean making problems disappear. Politicians owe him favors, police captains have his private number, prosecutors look the other way when his name comes up. He's never been arrested, never been publicly connected to anything illegal, because he's brilliant. Everything's layers deep, protected by the best attorneys money can buy. But here's the thing that makes Ji-woo different from typical gangsters. He doesn't rule through fear. He rules through leverage, through knowing exactly who needs what and being the only one who can provide it, through creating situations where cooperation benefits everyone and resistance costs everything. His reputation is simple. Honor agreements and he's your most valuable ally. Break them and you'll wish you'd never been born. He has one absolute rule that everyone in his world knows: never touch what's mine. Maya Chen had absolutely no idea about any of this. To her, he was just her sweet fiancé, who couldn't cook to save his life but tried anyway, who watched medical dramas with her and didn't complain when she corrected every unrealistic scene, who learned to braid hair from YouTube tutorials during her exhausted weeks. She was about to find out the truth in the worst possible way. It's Tuesday afternoon. Maya just finished what might be the worst shift of her entire nursing career. 2 code blues back to back. The first one, elderly man, cardiac arrest, they got him back. 47 seconds of compressions, defibrillation, and pure adrenaline. He made it. The second one didn't. 22-year-old kid, motorcycle accident. Came in alert, talking to his mother on the phone, then suddenly respiratory failure. Maya did everything right. Perfect intubation, perfect compressions, but sometimes perfect isn't enough. She stayed with the family for 20 minutes, held the mother while she screamed, because that's what Maya does. She doesn't just save bodies, she honors souls. By the time she leaves the hospital, it's 3 p.m. She's been awake for 16 hours. Her scrubs are wrinkled, there's coffee stains on her badge, her hair is falling out of its bun. She looks exactly like what she is, exhausted, emotionally destroyed, running on fumes. But she promised Jiwoo's mother she'd cook for their dinner tomorrow, and Jiwoo's mother is traditional, formal, intimidating. Maya wants to make a good impression, so she stops at Shinsei department store in Gangnam, the fancy one, where imported ingredients cost 3 times what they should. She's too tired to change, too tired to care what anyone thinks. That's her first mistake. Her second mistake is assuming she's safe in broad daylight in a public place in one of Seoul's wealthiest neighborhoods. She's in the produce section, examining plantains for her Jamaican curry, when she hears it. "Excuse me, excuse me." The voice is sharp, entitled, the kind of voice that's never been told no. Maya turns around. The woman standing there is maybe mid-40s, but fighting it with everything money can buy. Designer everything. Hermes bag, Cartier jewelry, Chanel suit, hair and makeup perfect. The type of woman who treats service workers like furniture. We'll call her Mrs. Han, because that's her name, Han Min-so, and in about 6 hours, that name will be synonymous with public disgrace across all of South Korea. "You're blocking the vegetables," Mrs. Han says in Korean, sharp, dismissive. Maya immediately steps aside. "I'm sorry," she responds in Korean, polite, professional. But Mrs. Han doesn't move on. She stands there, looking Maya up and down with barely concealed disgust. Takes in the scrubs, the exhaustion, the dark skin. "You speak Korean," Mrs. Han says, switching to broken English, "but you people never learn manners, do you?" Maya freezes. You people. Those 2 words that every person of color knows. Those 2 words that carry centuries of hatred. "Excuse me?" Maya's voice is steady, but her heart is already racing. Coming to Korea, taking jobs from Korean nurses, going to Korean hospitals, putting your hands on Korean patients. Mrs. Han's voice rises. Other shoppers are starting to look. Do you even have proper training, or did they just need to fill a diversity quota? The words hit Maya like physical blows. 8 months of microaggressions, of daily small cruelties, all crystallizing into this one moment. "Ma'am, I'm just trying to shop." Maybe if you spent less time shopping and more time learning our culture, you'd know you don't belong here. Maya's hands are shaking. Part of her wants to walk away, the professional part, the part that's survived 8 months of this by keeping her head down. But another part, the part that's tired, that's grieving a patient she couldn't save, that's sick of being treated as less than human, That part speaks up. I'm an ICU nurse at Seoul National Hospital. I have 8 years of training and 2 years of trauma experience. I save lives every single day, including Korean lives. So maybe you should learn some manners before you... The slap comes out of nowhere. Mrs. Han's hand, diamond ring, Cartier bracelet, platinum wedding band, catches Maya across the face in one perfect arc of violence. Maya's world tilts. The produce section spins. She stumbles backward into a display of apples, sending them cascading across the floor. Her mouth fills with copper. Blood. She hits the ground. White tile. Cold. Unforgiving. Above her, Mrs. Han is screaming, "How dare you speak to me that way? Foreign trash! Get out of my country!" The entire section has gone silent. 20 people watching. Store employees frozen. Security guards standing 10 feet away, doing absolutely nothing. Because this is how it works in Seoul. Money freezes people. Power paralyzes action. Maya's phone has fallen from her pocket. It's lying 3 feet away, screen cracked, Ji-woo's contact photo visible. Her lip is split open, blood dripping onto her scrubs, her cheek already swelling where the diamond ring caught bone. And Mrs. Han is gathering her purse, preparing to leave, like nothing happened, like she didn't just assault someone in broad daylight. That's when Maya makes her choice. She crawls toward her phone, fingers shaking, copper flooding her mouth, and she calls him. The call that changed everything. The phone rings twice. Maya? Ji-woo's voice is warm, happy. He doesn't know yet. Doesn't know his world is about to split into before and after. Ji-woo. Her voice cracks. She can hear how broken she sounds. His tone changes instantly. "What's wrong? Where are you?" I cough. Blood. "Shinsegae, Gangnam location, the grocery section." "Are you hurt?" 3 words, but the way he says them, something in his voice shifts, something cold sliding beneath the warmth. "A woman, she hit me. My mouth is bleeding. Don't lie to me, Maya." His voice is different now, completely different. This isn't the man who makes her breakfast. This is someone else, something else. "Are you seriously hurt?" "My face. She slapped me. There's blood." "Who touched you?" The question is so calm, it's terrifying. Too calm. The kind of calm before hurricanes. Maya can see Mrs. Han arguing with the store manager now, insisting she did nothing wrong, threatening to call her husband, her lawyer. "The woman who hit me, she's still here. She's trying to leave." "Do not let her leave that store. Do you understand me?" "Ji-woo, I can't just..." "Maya," his voice cuts through her protest. "I'm already in the car. I'm 7 minutes away. Do not let that woman leave. If security tries to release her, tell them who you are. Use my full name. Say you're Kang Ji-woo's fiancé. Say it loud enough for everyone to hear." Maya's never heard this voice before, not in 6 months of loving him. "What's happening?" she whispers. "You're about to find out who I really am, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you have to find out this way." A pause, then softer, somehow worse. "But that woman put her hands on you, made you bleed. There is no universe where she walks away without consequences. Do you understand?" "Yes." "Good. I love you, and I'm sorry for what's about to happen." The line goes dead. Maya pulls herself up using a shopping cart. Blood drips from her lip onto the white tile. Other shoppers give her a wide berth, like violence is contagious. Mrs. Han is at the security desk now, demanding they let her leave. Maya walks toward her on shaking legs. Every eye in the section follows her. "You can't leave," Maya says quietly. Mrs. Han whirls around. "Excuse me? You're telling me what I can do? Do you know who my husband is?" Maya touches her split lip, looks at the blood on her fingers, then looks Mrs. Han directly in the eye. "No, but you're about to find out who my fiancé is." Mrs. Han laughs, actually laughs. "Your fiancé? What is he going to do? Sue me? My husband's lawyers will bury. My fiancé is Kang Ji-woo." The name drops like a bomb. Every employee within earshot goes pale. The security guard's hand moves to his radio. The store manager's eyes go wide. Mrs. Han's laugh dies in her throat. "You're lying." "Am I?" And that's when the temperature in the room drops 10 degrees, because the front entrance doors slide open and Kang Ji-woo walks in like death in Armani. He's not alone. 6 men follow him, all in dark suits, all clearly armed. You can see the bulges under their jackets. They move like soldiers, like predators, scanning the room with professional efficiency. The store goes absolutely silent. Not quiet, silent. The kind of silence happens when apex predators enter territory. Ji-woo's eyes find Maya immediately, lock on to her swollen face, her split lip, the blood on her scrubs. His jaw clenches, his hands curl into fists at his sides. And in that moment, Maya sees it, really sees it. This isn't the man who brings her coffee and watches medical dramas. This is someone else, something else. This is Kang Ji-woo, Seoul's underground king, and she just unleashed him. The revelation. Ji-woo crosses the distance between them in 4 strides. Store security doesn't even try to stop him. They back away like he's radioactive. He reaches Maya and his hands cup her face with devastating gentleness. So gentle, like she's made of glass. His thumb traces her split lip, careful of the swelling. His hand is shaking. This man, who's staring down at her with eyes that have negotiated with Yakuza bosses, who's made trillion-won deals without blinking, who controls half of Seoul's underground, his hand is trembling. Who? His voice is winter. Absolute zero. Who did this to you? Before Maya can answer, Mrs. Han makes her fatal mistake. "Do you know who my husband is?" Her voice is shrill, but Maya can hear the fear underneath. Ji-woo moves faster than thought. One moment he's at Maya's side. The next, Mrs. Han is against the wall, his hand gripping her Chanel collar, her feet barely touching the ground. He's not choking her, just holding her there, immobile, powerless. "My name," he says loud enough for everyone in the section to hear, "is Kang Ji-woo." The name echoes through the space. More employees appear, drawn by the commotion, then freeze when they see who's speaking. "The woman you struck is my fiancé. Do you understand what that means?" Mrs. Han's face drains of color, recognition, terror. "It means you just signed your own death warrant." He drops her. She collapses against the wall, gasping. He turns back to Maya. His eyes ask a question. "This is your choice. What do you want?" Maya thinks about her sister, Jasmine, dead at 26 because an Atlanta ER made her wait 8 hours with appendicitis, because they didn't think a black woman's pain was real, because they saw her skin color and assumed she was drug-seeking. She thinks about 8 months of microaggressions, of being treated as less than, of swallowing rage every single day. Maya looks at Mrs. Han, really looks at her, and she sees it. This woman has done this before, many times before, and gotten away with it every time. "I want her to understand," Maya says quietly, "what she's done, what she's always done to people like me. I want consequences, real ones." Ji-woo smiles. "It's terrifying. Then let me show you what justice looks like." The Reckoning. One of Ji-woo's men steps forward with a tablet. His name is Min-jun, tall, efficient, terrifying in his competence. He's been with Ji-woo for 12 years, and in the 18 minutes since Maya made that phone call, He's been busy. Very busy. Mrs. Han Min Seo, Min Jun begins, his voice clinical, detached. Age 51, married to Han Jae Sung, CEO of Daehan Construction, 3 children, member of 7 charitable boards, regular donor to children's hospitals. He pauses, lets that sink in. The charitable woman, the pillar of society. 7 previous incidents, all buried with money and power. He swipes the tablet, projects images onto his phone screen, holds it up so everyone can see. Faces, brown faces, black faces, Southeast Asian faces. Filipina domestic worker, 2019, Maria Santos. You accused her of stealing your jewelry. She was arrested, held for 3 days. When the jewelry was found in your own safe, you didn't apologize. You had her deported anyway, paid immigration officials to expedite her removal. Mrs. Han's face goes gray. That's not... Vietnamese delivery driver, 2021, Nguyen Van Tam. You threw hot coffee on him because he was 10 minutes late. 3rd-degree burns on his arm and chest. He needed skin grafts. You paid him 50 million won to disappear and sign an NDA. Swipe. Nigerian graduate student, 2023, Chioma Okafor. She was attending a charity gala at your husband's company. You accused her of crashing the event, called security, had her physically removed. She had a valid invitation. She was presenting research your husband's company had funded. Swipe. Another face, and another, and another. Indian restaurant owner, 2020. Pakistani taxi driver, 2022. Thai massage therapist, 2023. Over and over and over, Mrs. Han. Brown people, black people, Southeast Asians. Every single time you used your money and power to bury what you did. Maya's hands clench into fists. 7 people, 7 lives disrupted, destroyed, discarded. It's not like that. Mrs. Han's voice breaks. I never meant... Those were misunderstandings. You meant every word, Maya interrupts, stepping forward, blood still dripping from her lip. Every slur, every time you made someone feel less than human, you meant it. Don't you dare claim otherwise now. The crowd that's gathered, shoppers, employees, security, they're all recording now. Phones up, cameras rolling. This moment being captured from 20 different angles. Mrs. Han sees the phones, understands what's happening. This isn't just about her anymore. This is public, permanent. Please, she whispers, please, I'll apologize. You'll do exactly what I tell you to do, Jiwoo says quietly, or you'll lose everything. And I mean everything. That's when Mr. Han arrives. Mrs. Han's husband, CEO of Daehan Construction, powerful man, connected man, the kind of man used to making problems disappear with phone calls and wire transfers. He bursts into the grocery section, flanked by 2 lawyers in expensive suits. What is the meaning of this? You can't hold my wife. He sees Jiwoo, stops dead. The color drains from his face. Mr. Kang, his voice changes completely. Fear, respect. I'm sure we can resolve this. Whatever my wife did, I apologize on her behalf. We can settle this quietly. Name your price. Jiwoo laughs. It's cold, cruel. The laugh of a man who knows he holds all the cards. Your price, Mr. Han. I have more money than your family will see in 5 generations. I don't want your money. He crouches down to Mrs. Han's level. She's still against the wall, trembling. He doesn't touch her, doesn't need to. Here's what happens next. You will issue a public apology, video recorded, posted to every social media platform. You will detail every incident Min-jun just described. You will apologize to every person you harmed. I can't. The public humiliation. You will resign from every board position you hold, every charitable organization, every social club. All of it. Gone. Mr. Han steps forward. Mr. Kang, please be reasonable. You will donate 10 billion won to organizations supporting immigrant and foreign workers in Korea. Not a tax write-off. Real money, real organizations. 10 billion, that's... And you will personally apologize to Nurse Chen, here, now, in front of everyone. You will thank her for saving lives in this country. You will acknowledge that she belongs here, that she deserves respect. Mrs. Han is crying now, mascara running, designer suit wrinkled, all her power, all her privilege stripped away. And if I refuse? Her voice is barely a whisper. Jiwoo stands, straightens his cuffs. Then I make one phone call, and your husband loses every government contract. His company folds in 6 months. Mr. Han goes pale. Another call, your son faces criminal charges. This isn't his first DUI, is it? This is his third. The previous 2 disappeared with money, but I can make them reappear, along with the hit and run from last year you really buried deep. Mrs. Han gasps. How did you... Min-jun holds up the tablet. We can prove everything. Jiwoo leans in close. 24 hours after that, I start making more calls. Your family's reputation? Destroyed. Your social circle? Gone. Your business? Bankrupt. Your legacy? Dust. I will erase you from Seoul society so completely, people will forget you ever existed. Silence. Absolute silence. So, what will it be, Mrs. Han? Public apology and consequences you can survive, or complete annihilation? Mrs. Han looks at her husband. He won't meet her eyes. He's already calculating, already choosing his business over her pride. I'll do it. All of it. Good. Jiwoo turns to Maya. Is that acceptable to you? Maya looks at this woman who hurt her, who hurt 7 others, who would have walked away and done it again if Maya hadn't had the power to stop her. Yes, but I want one more thing. Name it. She volunteers at a community health center for immigrant workers. 200 hours. She doesn't write a check and disappear. She shows up, she serves. She learns that the people she hurt are human beings. Jiwoo smiles. Genuine pride in his eyes. Perfect. You hear that, Mrs. Han? 200 hours. My people will supervise, and if you miss even 1 hour, the deal is off. Mrs. Han nods, defeated. Now, apologize to my fiancé. Properly. Mrs. Han pulls herself up, faces Maya. Her voice shakes. I'm sorry for hitting you, for the things I said. You didn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. I'm truly sorry. Sorry isn't enough, Maya says quietly, but it's a start. Now spend the rest of your life proving it. The aftermath. Jiwoo carries Maya out of that store. She doesn't protest. She's shaking too hard. Adrenaline crash hitting her all at once. They don't go home. They go to the hospital. The same hospital where Maya saves lives every day, where doctors who treat her like she's incompetent are suddenly falling over themselves to help because Kang Ji-woo is holding her hand. 5 stitches for her lip, ice for the swelling, painkillers she refuses because she doesn't want to be foggy. That night, in Ji-woo's penthouse, he washes blood from her hair in the shower. His hands are still shaking. I almost killed her, he whispers against her wet skin. But you didn't. Because of you. The man you think I am. The one who brings you coffee and watches stupid medical dramas. That man wouldn't survive if I became a murderer. And losing that man meant losing you. Maya turns to him then, water streaming between them. So what did you choose? Justice over vengeance. You over the monster. She kisses him then, tastes blood and water and relief. Later, wrapped in his robe on the balcony overlooking Seoul's lights, he shows her something on his phone.
She breaks then. 8 months of swallowed rage, daily microaggressions, professional disrespect. All of it pours out while he holds her. I don't need the world, she finally whispers. Just you. You have me, always, but I'm building the center anyway.
6 months later, Mrs. Han's apology went viral in 2 hours. 5 million views, 10 million, 20 million. Hashtags trending across South Korea. Hashtag accountability for assault. Hashtag justice for Maya. Hashtag no more silence. The comment section became a reckoning. Hundreds of people sharing their own stories. Thai nurses, Filipino domestic workers, Nigerian students, Pakistani taxi drivers. All of them coming forward with stories of discrimination, of abuse, of being treated as less than human in Korea. The center Jiwoo built opened 4 months after the incident. Maya runs it, independently. Her name on the cornerstone, Maya Chen Community Health Center. 47 patients on day 1. By month 3, they were seeing over 200 people weekly. By month 6, Jiwoo was building 2 more locations. Mrs. Han completed her 200 volunteer hours. Maya watched her serve the very communities she'd once oppressed. Watched something shift in her. Not redemption exactly, but the beginning of understanding. And Maya? She kept the scar, the thin line on her lip where the diamond ring split skin. She could have had plastic surgery. Jiwoo offered to pay for the best surgeon in Seoul. But she kept it, a permanent reminder, a badge of honor. Because they tried to break her, and instead, she broke the system that protected them. So what can we learn from Maya's story? First, you never know who you're dealing with. Treat everyone with respect, not because of who they might know or what power they might have, but because it's basic human decency. That's it. That's the standard. Second, racism always backfires. Maybe not immediately, maybe not obviously, but it always comes back. The universe has a way of balancing scales, and in this case, the scales balanced hard. Third, real power isn't about revenge. It's about justice. Jiwoo could have destroyed Mrs. Han completely, could have made her disappear. Instead, he chose accountability, consequences, real change. And fourth, your pain can become your purpose. Maya didn't let that assault define her. She didn't let it break her. She transformed it into a health center that's now helping thousands of people. That's power. Now, here's where I need you. If this story resonated with you, if it made you angry, made you think, made you feel something, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more people who need to hear it. Drop a comment answering this question. Have you ever witnessed racism backfire spectacularly? Or have you ever turned pain into purpose? Share your story. I read every single comment, and the best ones might be featured in future videos. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We drop stories like this every single week. Justice, karma, unexpected twists, real consequences for real actions. Hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss the next one. Share this video with someone who needs to see it, someone who's fighting their own battles with discrimination, someone who needs to know they're not alone, someone who needs to remember that justice exists. And before you go, stick around for the next video, because I'm going to tell you the full story of how Maya and Jiwoo actually met. And trust me, it's even more dramatic than you think. The meet cute that started all of this, it involves a stalker, a black market organ trafficking ring, and Maya saving Jiwoo's life without knowing who he was. Yeah, it's that good. Until next time, remember, be kind, treat people with respect. You never know who you're dealing with, and you never know when karma is taking notes. I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong out there.